The Shaun Prue Show on Canada Talks, SiriusXM 167.
Welcome back. About to hit you with some realness as our episode featuring all musical guests this Thanksgiving weekend continues. I want to welcome back to the show, friend of the show and friend to me and someone people are keeping a close eye on, Satya. And with her today is music producer Dominic Pandolfo, both here to talk about Realness, their new song about genuine connection. Satya is one of the country's most promising pop and R&B artists. Dom can boast, even though it isn't like boasting, having 8 number one Canadian radio singles. Welcome to the show, both of you.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
You don't like to boast about those 8 number one Canadian radio singles, do you? We were just talking off air.
It's just weird. It's just weird for me. You know, it's just like I'd rather other people do it than have come from me.
A modest producer, how rare.
Very.
Humility is the key.
Yeah.
So in a case like this, does the singer find the producer or does the producer find the singer in the case of your new song, Realness? Like,
I think that we found each other. Like, we actually built a whole album together called Note to Myself, and we are releasing the tracks one by one. And we kind of found each other. We started talking, and I really wanted to do a storytelling album where I talk about my story and how I feel. And Domino was a really good listener of that and produced some amazing beats and music, and he did the whole thing. And we did Realness, which was such a cool song to do together. Talks about genuine connection, talks about the realness of like being with somebody for real, like not through social media.
I wanted to throw that at you. The song, of course, is called Realness, about, as you said, authentic love, trust, and vulnerability. What is authentic love?
Authentic love for me is when you can be the smallest part of yourself with someone, that you can be the vulnerable little inner child, like little child that you are, and that the person can see you for who you are and love you in all of these areas where you don't even love yourself, or you're trying to love
the
yourself.
ugly parts.
Yeah, the ugly parts, or the scared part, the insecure parts, and that's what I wanted to put out there. And it's really cool because it's getting a lot of streams, and it's charting now in the United States. So I'm really happy about this.
It's a great song.
I love it.
I think it's an important song for Satya, because when we did this album, there's a lot of talk about truth and vulnerability. And unfortunately, we had to go, well, not unfortunately, I would say fortunately, but we had to go down some dark paths because that's the great part of Satya, is she was willing to be super honest and vulnerable. And at a certain point, I was like, we need a little bit of positivity here. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't that these songs didn't turn out positive. It was to give a positive message. But in order to give those positive messages, we needed to get down to the real nitty gritty of Satya, and she did. She trusted me, and she did, and all the power to her. But now I'm happy
that way, Satya.
Yeah. She's really she was really trusting of me, and I think that it shows. But I really think that it's cool that Realness is the one that seems to be connecting right now, because it is the joyous side of Satya and the happy side of Satya, and that's what I want the world to see as well.
So why this song and why now?
Because I think in the order of what I wanted to put out for the album, I think that Realness was something that was good for this time. And then when I consulted with other people in the industry, they were like, Realness should come out, and I always like to make decisions with consultation, you know what I mean? And when they heard it, they were like, yeah, this is going to go on the radio, and this is probably going to chart, and I'm going back again. I feel like I'm starting over. Like, I feel like my career is starting now, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it's really, how can I say that? It's the album that we produced, Dom and I and other artists that helped us doing it, it was really, really something that I wanted to put out there, because I really want to help like so many people that are struggling with their mental health and with like addiction, and like all of this like this is like me, the singer, and me, the authentic person. And on this, I'm also in line with my values and my mission, which is to bring awareness to mental health as much as I can, and addiction, and like finding true love, finding true connection. So you have support, you have community, at least you have one person that you can trust fully.
I want to come back to that because it's one of the questions I wanted to ask you in a minute, but I want the listener to hear a bit of the song. So let's play a clip.
Okay.
You hit me with the realness I never known. The kind that I can feel when you touch me slow. The kind that I can heal when you say I'm yours. Come give me all that real love. You hit me with the realness I never known. The kind that I can feel when you touch me slow. The kind that I can heal when you say I'm yours. Come give me all that real love. Ain't used to
That
this.
song is
Don't wanna
so
be
earwormy. Dom, that must be something that you've done with it.
Thanks. It started with that guitar lick.
Yeah.
The
Dun,
whole
dun,
song,
dun.
yeah, the whole song could have written itself with just that guitar riff, the riff. You always kind of know. You always kind of know. In my experience, let's say, you always kind of know if a song could be stripped down by just a guitar lyric and melody
Then
and
it
vocal
works.
melody, or yeah, just chords and vocal melody. You kind of always have a feeling, and I always had a feeling about this song. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that whole song was started with just the guitar lick and then the vocal melody on top of it, and that's what the demo was. And then, of course, we went into production, and Satya, wrote her lyrics. But I think that it's a bit strategic of me as well. Is like when I put songs together, I try to use the strongest parts of the songs as much as possible. So as soon as you hear I picture myself in the car. Like if you're in the car and you're listening to the radio and you hear those first five notes,
Yeah.
and the person reaches for the volume and turns it up. It's like when you hear
Yeah.
Ed Sheeran go dun 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 dun, you're like, oh, that's my jam, and you want to put
Exactly.
that volume up. That's how I kind of look at these things. So realness is like it kind of came from that vision for sure. When on the production tip for sure.
Yeah.
I think it's one of your best songs yet, Satya.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, Satya.
Yay, Satya. You're doing this new thing with this new body of work where it's all really simple visually. The visualizer for realness is super pared down. You're just on a bed and fairly
Yes.
vulnerable on the bed, I would say. It's not high glam, it's not dialed up, it's just super real. Talk to us a bit about that.
Well, it's funny because in this album, it was really a healing album also for my soul and for myself, because all the songs that we produced that came out, I lived a previous trauma that I healed with every visualizers that I've done.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. And in this visualizers, the motel where we film and everything, like there's so many motels in Montreal, but by coincidence, this was the motel that my ex used to go often, when we were in
Don't
a
say it.
relationship.
Don't
I'm
say it.
telling you,
Oh my
I'm telling
God.
you.
Oh my
And
God.
I went full circle with this, because like I went, I was sitting on the bed
Oh
where,
my God.
yes, okay. And I'm like talking about real love, and I'm talking about real
Holy
stuff,
crap.
like finding real love. And honestly, like I was just sitting on the bed and I was like, well, this is it, like there's so many motels in Montreal. Like this was
This
the
is the
chosen
one.
one.
Did you
And
spray the
then
bed down?
No, but I just like, I was like on the side of it, and it was just like, okay, okay. So then moving on to the next one, and something else happened, and it was just like it. I knew I had in my heart to create. I knew that I had to create and put out music that was really from my heart and really heartfelt, and it allowed me to go full circle on things that I needed to close, like the chapters. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like to be like, okay, I went
That is
there.
that is
Yeah,
the
it is.
most
It's
insane
crazy.
story I've ever heard about a song.
Yes, it's just that happened, and that song really sticks to me because it's really how I met my partner, where it was like real, like from the beginning, like no insecurities, vulnerability, like real talks, like communication, and we went through a lot together in the past years that we've been together. We share a daughter together, and it's just I just wish and hope that people can find that
What you
connection,
have.
not what I have, what they have,
But
what they will build, because it's allowing ourselves to be vulnerable or in this area of our body opens up to attracting good
yes.
people. You
Yes.
know what I mean?
I do. I
It
do.
attracts bad people too, because they see you sometimes as like a prey, like they prey on you, but most of the time it attracts good people because you
Well,
you you give
you are
good
being
vibes.
so authentic right now. And I watch you and your visualizers and the things you're posting online on social media. And there's something really raw and vulnerable about you right now. And it's so compelling. So you want to keep that up for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Dom,
doing it for young people and everyone that's listening, because I care about them. I
you're a
care
good
about kids, and
person.
you too.
Well, thank you. Dom, I
You're
wanted
all
to
set.
ask you to describe to us the Canadian music scene right now and how a producer like yourself, you've had 8 number one Canadian radio singles, as I mentioned, because you wouldn't, how a producer like you navigates their way through sometimes treacherous waters and treacherous people.
Ooh, I just try not to, honestly, Sean. I'm very picky in who I work with. I think the key, I think one of my, how about that? This, Sean, I will boast about, okay?
Okay.
I
We're
think
getting a
that
boast, everybody.
we're getting a boast. I think one of my biggest talents is my versatility and my ability to um, popify any artist, regardless of their genre, without changing them. So, for example, if, you know, someone tells me, "Hey, I want to, I'm this obscure R&B artist," or I'm able to figure out a way to take them and make something for them that will not feel foreign to what they're trying to accomplish.
And it's about them, not about you.
It's always about them.
Yeah.
It's always about them. Um, that's the difference between Domino the artist and Domino the producer. Domino the producer, my goal is to understand these stories about Satya. My goal is to like laugh, cry together. Like it's difficult. You know what I mean? Like putting
Yeah.
together these types of and going there, but that's what produces um the best result in the end. So when it comes to like navigating these waters, I don't really think I navigate the waters. I just think I have a knack of understanding understanding what the artist is trying to communicate with me and going down their path. And it just seems to, when I do that, it resonates with people because then I can I can create the catchy stuff that would get like to your ear, right? Like you're saying, Sean.
But
But
maybe
then all
that's
of
your
a sudden you'll pay
navigation in
attention.
and of itself. Maybe that is the navigation right there.
I think so. I
Yeah.
think it's going from it's coming from always coming from an honest place, but making sure that I can whatever is catchy in the tune to use it as mostly as most as I can. But then maybe that second time around, you're paying attention to the lyrics more, and you're like, oh
Right.
my God, this is super deep.
Right.
I always use the example of Rockabye by Clean Bandit. Like I don't know if you've ever like that song is super poppy, So rockabye, baby,
Yeah.
rockabye, right?
It is
But
very
if you
deep.
listen, but if you listen to the lyrics of that song, they are heartbreaking, Shaun.
Yeah.
Right. I hear what you're
Heartbreaking.
saying.
So it's I always use that as an example because it's something that I really enjoy doing. Is like sometimes if you just pay attention just that little that second or third time around, you're like, oh my God, I love dancing to this song, but this song is pretty heavy and it's meaningful. And I think that that's something that Satya really does well with her music and with this album and with her next songs coming up as well. Like
Well,
Yeah.
she's very, it's very, very relatable, very, very relatable.
well, you have a gift, Satya. You have a gift, and you together, you guys have made some magic with this song, and I wish you the best with it, Satya. I think the world of you. Thanks for coming back on again and keeping it so realness. And Dom, great to meet you. See what I did
Great to
there?
meet you, Shaun.
All right.
I think the world of you too. You're the sweetest man I know.
Oh,
Like honestly, Sean.
shut
Thank
up.
you so much for you. No, no, no. Take the compliment. You are
I'll take the
amazing.
compliment.
Okay. And I give you a big virtual hug. You're
Thank
amazing.
you.
And
Felt, received, and
can't,
returned.
I just can't wait for you to hear the stuff that Domino and I did with Kayla Diamond.
Well, keep coming
It's
back on. Come out the next time you release. Come
okay.
back
Well,
on.
I'm
Anytime.
gonna wait for my invitation from you.
Okay. Well, you keep me posted, and I'll invite you.
Okay.